Man, I'm just strolling through these news articles and news outlets, streets. I stumbled across this from CNN. Yes, one of the most biased news outlets there is, but hey, this is on something else right here. Bodies found in apartment building believed to be those of three Michigan rappers missing almost 2 weeks, city official says. That's some crazy business right here. Let's see what's going on. What is this, a commercial? We ain't trying to hear that. Get that out the way. Think y'all slick. Blah 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 blah.
About 4 doors down from here. And Detroit police are actually still trying to figure out whether they made it to the venue or not. Armani Kelly's mom was the first to report her son missing. She came out here and put these flyers up, but she doesn't think she's going to find him alive.
I don't want to be Dateline and wait 20 years to find his body.
Armani Kelly's missing persons flyer sits in a pizza shop window in North Lansing.
This is our home, so that's why I came here. We did all these areas, we're just now finishing up.
Lori Kemp has been physically searching for her son since last week. Kelly's a rapper. He came to Detroit on January 21st to perform at Lounge 31. His fiance says he texted him to say it was canceled. Then he stopped answering his phone.
Monday rolls around and we still heard nothing, and that's when she went and filed the missing persons report, and then I drove 4 hours to pick her up and then 3 hours to Detroit.
Kemp was forced to file a police report in Oscoda because that's where she last saw her son. But after tracking his car, she realized it had moved 3 times.
That sounds like a setup.
Ultimately found here at this condo complex by police.
I'm doing
Who moved the car?
I possibly can. I'm out there hitting the roads, hitting the pavement. Where is the police department? They didn't do their job.
Kemp feels like her cries were ignored until police agencies in multiple jurisdictions, including Detroit, realized 2 other men, Dante Wicker and Matoya Givens, were also missing, and they were reportedly riding with Kelly to the show.
The fact that the 3 of them are missing together is very concerning and very alarming for us.
Kemp thinks her son may have been set up by someone he met behind bars.
I'm angry.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
8 years in prison, you didn't die.
Too much missing.
Come out and they kill you. He's dead. I don't care. I love that people are optimistic, and I love that they think there's hope. I know in my gut I'm the mother.
Do you have the same feeling as Lori that
That's
he's
messed
no
up.
longer alive?
I can't think like that. I can and I do, but I will not believe it until I see proof.
Police are still looking for any information that may help them find these 3 men, so if you know anything, call 1-800-SPEAK UP. In Detroit, I'm Alex Bozargian for 7 Action News.
I mean, that whole thing sounds like a setup to me. Like, you guys can read the article. I'm gonna leave this down in the description box down below. So he came to Michigan to do a show. The show was canceled. So they need to be talking to the promoter. The promoter might have had something to do with that. Then the other 2 dudes came up missing too. Yeah. Yeah, this is some fishy fish food right here. Guess we could read some of this. Hold on. 3 bodies found Thursday in the Detroit area are believed to be those of 3 rappers missing for an amount of 2 weeks, a municipal spokesperson said. The bodies were found in a rat-infested abandoned apartment complex in Highland Park, roughly 6 miles northwest of Detroit, said Michigan State Police, which is leading the investigation. The Michigan State Police 2nd District tweeted Friday afternoon that the Homicide Task Force identified the 3 bodies but are not releasing names until the families have been notified. Well, the families know now, unfortunately. The state police tweeted a day earlier that the agency has yet to confirm the manner of death. Please remember, all victims have families, and we don't have the luxury of guessing on their identity and then retracting if they didn't get it right. Once information is confirmed, we will update, the state police tweeted on Thursday. So, on Thursday they didn't know, they wasn't sure, but the mother sounds like she's pretty sure, unfortunately, and she probably feel it. The whole thing sounds fishy. Lieutenant Mike Shaw said via Twitter Friday morning that due to weather conditions and the conditions of the victims, their identities were unable to be determined just by sight alone. Damn, so they was in an abandoned building. It's probably cold as shit. Michigan in January, February. Yeah, that's messed up. The missing men, Amani Kelly, 28, Dante Wicker, 31, and Montoya Givens, 31, were associates whose January 21st performance at a Detroit club was canceled. Police have said activity on their cell phones stopped early on January 22nd, according to authorities. So the show was canceled. So either something happened to them before the show, they couldn't do the show and then they canceled it, or the promoter didn't have all the money and they got into it, and the promoter had more juice, more goons maybe. I mean, it could have went sideways in many different ways. But I'm willing to bet it has something to do with money. Somebody owing somebody some money. Somebody was promised something they didn't get. Words were exchanged. One thing led to another. That's what I'm thinking might have happened. Now I don't know. I'm just spitballing at the wind, right? Well, but that's what it sounds like to me. I don't know. Police were first alerted to their disappearance by Kelly's mother, who reported them missing the next day, said Michael McGinnis, commander of major crimes at the Detroit Police Department. That mother became very proactive in the investigation and started searching for her vehicle through OnStar, McGinnis said this week. She found the car in Warren, Michigan, just a few miles from Highland Park, McGinnis said, and authorities recovered the car on January 23rd. As the story of Kelly's disappearance gained media attention, other family members of the other missings come to realize that there's a friend of their loved ones, and they haven't seen them either. So then they both get reported missing, McGinnis said. This is a sad story right here, and unfortunately, it seems like it revolves around money or something that was promised that wasn't, and these guys got mad, but they didn't. I mean, I'm just guessing. This part of it, I'm just guessing, is my opinion. My opinion is the promoter promised them something, promised them a certain amount of money, and didn't have it. So they was like, you know what, we ain't gonna do the show. Cancel the show. And the promoter might have been a heavyweight. He might have had them peoples. coming out of the shadows. It might have got out of hand. So now it's like, oh man, now we got to hide the bodies. But who knows? You know, it's unfortunate either way it goes. And just goes to show you, just you gotta be careful who you do business with, because ain't no telling how bad it can go, when it could go sideways, how far sideways. I mean, you just never know. So let me know what y'all think about this story. Leave a comment in the comment section, and I'll catch y'all around the corner. Later.